we got Robert here. He's actually incarcerated and he is on the phone with us. And we have Kelli, and she's kind of three-waying us together. And so, do you guys, first off, just kind of share with us how you guys got connected with the Backpack Trader and a little bit of your pre-trading history?
Okay, yeah. So, we had came into a little bit of money originally, and we put it into, if you're familiar with Timothy Plan, a mutual fund, and this is before Israel started to go into war, right? And so,
Which
we
would
would
have
take it
been,
every day, look at our returns, and it began to appear to us that we wanted to be hands-on with our finances.
so you're talking about like basically before 2024, right? Like, so Israel went. Okay, cool. Just for a time reference. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So around the end of 2023, and then so what I did is when we pulled our money out, we started to look into stocks. Started with Robinhood, and then I had Kelli start getting me books. So I got Troy's Day Trader Quickstart Guide, and read through it. Started to try to implement these things into our trading, tried day trading, and it's quite a challenge because I'm the one calling the shots, but Kelli's placing the trades. Not only that, but there's a time delay, from the tablet or calling and talking to her. And so we would just be losing. So we tried swing trading, swing traded stocks for a while, and it was all day constant work. It was a lot of work to try to do that. And we were successful at it, but the amount of work we had to put in to get to a place where we were being successful was just too much. And, when I read TJ's book, it was, talking about trading less, right? Trading less and gaining more. And we wanted to get to that place where we had freedom. And so about a year and a half went by. We tried exhaustively. We purchased an algorithm from, pretty renowned professional for the futures markets. It did nothing for us. We tried making our own algorithms on NinjaTrader, and finally got to a place where, we were reaching back out to Troy. And this had been about a year and a half has gone by, and finally, started talking to Troy, trying to get some counsel. And, he's like, look, I got this course, the CEO Mastermind, where I work with traders personally. And so, we did his quick orientation, and then we hooked up with you, and it's been hands-on ever since.
Cool. And just to comment, so Kelli has been pushing the buttons, and Robert has been the mastermind, kind of facilitating the knowledge of it. But Kelli, just share a little bit about your road and kind of where you're at now and how you feel about things.
Yeah. So as he had outlined, I'm more just the one executing everything, and he's the brains behind all of it. And for the longest time I kept saying, I'm not the trader, you're the trader. I'm not the trader, you're the trader. And it was that mindset through the CEO Mastermind, that shift of, oh, I don't have to emotionally be involved, because that's why I don't make a good trader. Well, like Troy says, nobody's good, humans don't make good traders. Yeah, I had to try and cut out the emotional part with it, and I have my good days and bad. Today was a pretty rough day, so yeah, I'm still working on it though, but I've noticed a change, and I think that's positive, and that change in that mindset, and starting to think I am cut out for this, not like what I usually thought. So
you say today wasn't a good day. Some days are better than other days. What makes the difference in a day?
Just, babe, do you want to speak? I think you should.
So, we just want to place that one trading be done, right? And I think on the market that we're trading the last 2 days has just been really still. The range hasn't been very phenomenal. So she was in a trade for over an hour and 10 minutes today, waiting for the market to take off. And then it's like, when it does, if you're not prepared for it, you're missing out. So I think that's a challenge for her. Plus, the other thing is life is going on. She's got other things she's dealing with. And so, she has to juggle that too. So it's coming to that place where she can manage it. But I think the important thing here is So Kelli's never read a trading book. She's working on reading, TJ's day trading guide, but she's now working through charts and identifying, key adjustments that need to be made. She's taking control and actually managing and being able to identify situations on the chart that most people wouldn't even be able to recognize. And I think for me, that's kind of like daylight at the end of the tunnel, right? Where you begin to see the work that she's been putting in the CEO Trader Mastermind is coming to fruit now. It's starting to bear fruit, and she's got a lot more confidence in just taking control. So it allows me to step back a little bit.
Yeah.
Even though I have to start over my 25 on my last trade.
You did what? I'm sorry?
No, I just have to start over my 25 on that last trade.
Okay. So you're going through your 25
Yeah.
testing trades and you had to start over because you went outside the rules. Is that right?
Yes, on my last trade for this morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just explain that. Like, what do you mean you went outside of your rules?
My attention span, I have to exercise. I realize I have a short attention span, so
Okay.
the time that we have allotted to trade, I can easily get distracted, especially like you said, with other stuff going on in my life. So just paying attention to the market while I'm supposed to be trading and not, missing a trade due to being distracted.
The email you had sent to Troy, hey, like we feel like we've made it. What percentage of win rates did you have when you had sent that email?
97, was it?
Well, yeah. So we have a trade plan right now that on the daily trade sessions is at about a 91% rate. It's fluctuates between 89 to 90%. So the thing about it is we were doing fast tests and we weren't being successful, and we were just allowing the strategy to tell us, okay, get in here, get out here. We weren't recognizing that there's an art to trading, right? There's a couple things that we have to be able to observe and adjust for. And so once we started doing that, we came up with a trade plan on the fast test that was holding an 87% win rate. Well, when we back tested it, we're actually holding almost a 91% win rate. And I mean, for 120, what is it actually? 120 trade sessions. If we look at 26 weeks, we're only negative 1 week. So we're literally seeing the fact that, okay, here's something that can grow our account, on a continual basis.
It's not about realized success today. Like whether you win or you lose today has no change in your overall outcome, because you can look at the proof of your results and the proof of what the trade plan has shown you and have confidence in the long run. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely. That's the whole point. That's where we're starting to see the light.
Yeah. And
call right back. I got to call back.
Okay, go ahead. This is actually good. So go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, good. I didn't know for being too detailed.
No, it makes it very authentic, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to edit this part out where I'm talking, but
yeah, of course.
When a person goes, hey, I have to call back, like we're not making this up.
yeah, right. Well, no, it's good that you can call from the video, even though we don't get that automated recording from like the regular phone. So that's nice. The one that says this call will be monitored and recorded.
Hey, I'm good with it. Like,
yeah, we're able to bypass that.
Okay, but as genuine as it is it only solidifies that this is the real deal.
Yeah.
Like you could look at 1,000 testimonial videos and none of them are in this way.
Well, we listen to some of them. I'm like, oh, this is great. I like that Troy's willing to do the testimonials and that you're doing them for him and really seeing the fruit of what Troy's really doing. I like that he helps people. I like that that's his passion, is to help people do this. Some don't want to help. So it's just nice.
Right. Yeah. So,
I'm answering again.
go ahead. Yeah. And it's actually good when you get cut off. I mean, it just legitimizes the whole interview, that where you're at and all that. So it's not like a challenge. I know you still have limited time, so we'll wrap it up. But continue on in talking about the confidence that a person gains in having the trade plan, please.
Yeah, I think when you can sit down and begin to look at 6 months of data, right, and begin to understand that over a continual basis, even if I'm absorbing a loss here or there, or I lose a day, a trade session is a bad session. When you look at the overall data, you can see that you can come back from that. And not only do you come back from that, but your account balance increases. And for us, that's like saying, okay, you know what? All of the work that we put in, and we're talking a lot of work, it's not an easy thing, but when you do the pre-production work and you begin to see, oh, wow, this is really starting to pay off. And I mean, if I am willing to let Kelli just take the reins and trade, I know that the trade plan is so consistent that it's going to generate money on a continual basis, even if we have like today or yesterday, which that was 2 back-to-back losing sessions, but it still hasn't even affected the whole overall trade plan negatively. And when you look at the whole picture, when you step back and look at all of it, I know that on the back end of these losses, there's going to be a profit to be gained.
That's right. And how far back have you tracked your trade plan in terms of history?
January.
So we went back to January 17th. That's about as much data as we can get. But so January 17th up to today, so you're looking at about 122 trade sessions.
Well, because we wanted a full contract. We didn't want to do like a half contract for the end of last year.
Okay. Yeah. So out of, 122 trade sessions, it wins 87 to 91% of the time. Is that right?
Yeah, we have 14 losses out of that whole entire 120.
That's incredible. Sessions. Awesome. And so when you talk about the amount of effort, you've put into developing your trade plan, I mean, just putting that in perspective, when did you guys enroll and when did you start working on that trade plan?
Would we enroll in April, babe?
Yeah, end of April.
Yeah, so we enrolled in April and immediately we started taking the classes. And when I say a lot of work in this trade plan, we've done about 25 different trade plans. And we just couldn't get to that place where TJ is talking about if you can see, 80 to 85 wins and less than 20 losers, we couldn't get there. We were hitting a 70, maybe a low 80%. But on the flip side, our trades were real small. So when we stepped back and actually started looking at, okay, well, we have to start making adjustments. And what TJ's talking about, that 5% art of trading, when we started to apply that to the strategy in our trade plan, it wasn't long until we were at where we're at now. It just took a little bit of time to begin to see what he's talking about and get there. Now that we're there, I'm working on another strategy right now as we've been speaking. Cool. On the cog control that I've gone back 62 trades and it has 5 losing sessions. But that's awesome. Just by applying some basic 5% art of trading rules. And so now that we kind of have that concept, I mean, it opens up a lot of potential in a lot of areas.
So let's talk about that. Why would a person have 2 trade plans?
I think it's wise. I mean, one, we might have something that's better. The trade plan we have right now is extremely aggressive. A lot of stop and reversing, small trades. So there's a lot of trade action. If I can get something that is generating just as good results, but with less trading required, then that's better, And not only that, but if we're continuing to forward test this plan and it doesn't work out, if it begins to buckle, under live trading sessions, we have another plan that we can fall back on and continue growing our account.
So that's what I tell people, and I'm going to bring myself up in a second, but I tell people you want to have a trade plan because if your plan stops performing, you don't want to halt business and have to then, stop everything and restart a whole new plan. You want to have something you can immediately put into play and continue your progress. Right?
Yeah, I agree.
This is obviously going to be a recording that will play in the future and all that. So people wouldn't know what time frame when you say April, right? They wouldn't know that we're talking about July now. So particularly you guys enrolled in April and now we're 3 months later and it's July, April, May, June, July. Yep. Correct?
Yeah.
2025.
Yes.
So is it honest for me to tell someone that they can have confidence in a trade plan and have a trading business moving forward within 3 months?
Yeah, I mean, we're there. That's what we're doing at this point. Kelli
Yeah.
is trading the trade plan every morning. Um, and I think if you're willing to put in the work, yeah, it's definitely possible. I mean, we're a testimony to that, you know?
Well, and
In one of the most difficult scenarios, like,
Yeah,
what were you saying,
I mean,
Kelly? What did you say?
oh no, I was just gonna say, and early on, we had that aha moment in like one of the first few videos that, oh, we've been just trying to trade. We're not, so we had to do that mind
Right.
shift of being a CEO, and that was just huge for both of us.
So when I'm doing the call with you guys, I emphasize that I'm talking about, hey, the difference between a person trying to trade and a CEO trader. And it doesn't really click all the time because
Mm-mm.
it just sounds good.
But
But
then when it
reality
clicks.
is, I'm not just trying to make it sounds good. There is a difference in how you look at trading from
Mhm.
that business owner perspective versus the person that's trying to get lucky every day, right?
I mean,
Cool.
to put it into
Yeah.
perspective, I mean, we're literally, okay, we manage our money that we've allotted for trading as if it's a business. So
Yeah.
everything is counted, and we are projecting out into the future to see where we're at based on the current data we have, so that we can, have an understanding of, okay, if we can continue this is where we're going to be. And technically, we're looking at it so that in the future we have financial freedom enough to be able to step back from working for another company and be able to live life how we desire to live it.
Because we want to
We're
travel.
using,
Yeah.
yeah, we want that financial freedom.
Awesome. And I
Yeah.
mean, just Robert, if you were to talk to someone that was incarcerated, and you were to like, just say how you feel about it or whatever, is there anything you would say particularly?
Ironically, so when I'm videoing with my wife, people can see it, and so I get a
Yeah.
lot of questions all the time, and I try to make suggestions to people. People like the idea of making money or trading, and unfortunately, a lot of people just aren't willing to put in the work. They're not willing to read a book. They're not
Yeah.
willing to just take that step and start to learn. Everybody likes the idea of it, but you have to put in the work. You know.
Awesome.
This is driven
Yeah.
man here, and he drives me.
I appreciate it, man. I think it's incredible. I mean, you're turning, I mean, lots of people, the best people in the Bible have been imprisoned, right? Best people in the Bible have done the worst things. So at the end of the day, we're all trying to work on bettering ourselves regardless of our circumstances. So, there has to be people that are paving the path and are being the one that's like, no, I am going to better myself because I'm bettering myself today. So I completely admire that. And just in talking about the value of the program, the CEO Trader Mastermind, is there anything particularly, one, do you feel like I did an honest and thorough job presenting how the CEO Trader Mastermind works?
I'd say so.
Yeah, I think the idea of because when we had talked, it was we began to share about what we were doing as trading, and you had made the suggestion that, look, what we want to do is get you to a place where you're hitting your targets and then being done. And
Yep.
that's the reality of the matter is we just want to get in and make our money. This is what this is about. Make our money and then be done for the day. Trade as little as possible, but still increase our account balance so that we can live the life that we want to live. And that's what really appeals to us. I mean, that's what drives us, is we have hopes and future, and dreams for the future. And when you talk to us about that, that really, it opened the door for us, we were limited in what we wanted to do, but after we got in, it's like, no, I think we need to be involved in everything that you're offering.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
We
happened.
wanted it all.
And what key parts of the mastermind do you find the most advantageous that are assisting you?
I think the trade plan, right? Having that trade plan hack and being able to walk through a systematic step-by-step approach to getting to where you need to be. There's so
Okay.
much in the markets, right? In the financial markets, there's so much information and so much
Right.
coming at you every which way, that you need to step back and say, okay, I need to just take a strategic approach and work through the steps. And I think that's, Troy's steps to trading. right? It's a very simple, methodical process that, look, we're technically moving forward. And it was tough, but we're moving forward. And I mean, it's exciting. I'm excited about what our future holds for us in this arena.
And Kelli, are you participating in the Mike Giles trade room? Have you sat on the sessions?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? Is that helpful?
Yeah, I like it. I just, fly on the wall, listen to what they have to say, doing my sim trading as well, and just going with them and yeah, hearing what they have to say. I shared some things I learned this morning with him. I was like, oh, so that was interesting. Da, 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 just being aware. But
And then do you ask questions in the trade room at all?
no, he knows I'm a little too timid to do that.
Okay. And are you do both of you attend the coaching sessions on Tuesday?
Oh yeah,
The
when we
office?
can. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. And are you guys vocal in there at all?
What do you mean? Vocal. Oh yeah, I feel like we asked too many questions, which is not a bad thing, because Troy appreciates it.
Cool. Yeah, definitely. We without students' questions in the office hours and the coaching sessions, it's not very beneficial.
Yeah, yeah.
You got to get conversation going, and that way it'll people's ideas and questions feed off each other.
Yeah.
So awesome. Well, let's plan on wrapping it up. I mean, I feel like we did as equally as good yesterday as yesterday. What were you gonna say, Robert?
Oh no, he's got it though too.
Okay, cool. Oh, you have a question?
No, 30 seconds left.
Oh, okay, okay. So anyhow, guys, I appreciate your time. We're wrapping up, and I wish you continued success, and I can't wait to hear about your road coming forward. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Sean.
All right. God bless you all. Have a good day.
Thank you. Yeah,
Okay.
good luck.